My name is Y-Siu Hlong. I came to United States in 1986. When I first came to United States, everything was very strange with me, and because we don't know how we're going to survive in this new strange land, a place that we never been before. We might afraid that we don't have any right to eat, any food that we used it to eat in the Central Highlands of Vietnam. And I was crying at the airport when they welcomed us very warmly with the drum, with the trumpet, with many thousands of people, with the trumpet, police, everything like that, to escort us. I was crying. I don't know what my future is going to be. But after a while, we start to learn something. Some people, it was very funny. They don't even know uh, how to to buy food in the grocery store. Many people this is not to make fun for our people, but it's true, because after a very long journey in the jungle to look for the freedom, to fight for the freedom, everyone forget about the city. We have no bill to pay. We don't see the sun. We don't see the star on the wood, the jungle, and the forest. Our life in the jungle very peacefully. We have no bill to pay, but we only worry about fighting the enemy. But when we first came here, of course, everything was very strange for us. Some of us, when we get to the airplane, they get stuck in the bathroom, in the restroom. They don't know how to open the door, how to get out. It was very funny. And some people, they even they bought some dog and a cat food, We thought, oh, a long time I did I did eat the dog meat, the cat meat, okay? Because you know how our tradition in Vietnam, many people they love to eat dog and cat. But over here, we don't eat that pet anymore. But over there, it's normal for us.
Yeah.
After came to United States, 1 month or 2 months, we have to face with many difficulty with language barrier, cultural shock, because different culture, different environment of living. We until like a small ant they put in the jungle, we don't know where to go, how to survive. Therefore, thank you for all our American sponsors that teach us how to drive, they teach us how to go shopping, they teach us everything, just to restart a new life over here. And then we have to face with many difficulty with job, how to find a job that suitable for us, and with our skill, because most of our people they only know how to do farming, Military skill is not used in this country, We just know how to fight, but we don't know how to survive in this country. Many our sponsors they put us a job in this company, but it's not going to suit for us. We have to change another job, even though we have good pay. At that time, when we first came here, they gave us food stamp. We don't know how to use food stamp. We don't even buy all the food stamp that they give us. We just throw it somewhere over here, over there, and then forget it. It was very funny when we go to the store, because we rely to each other. Someone who can speak verbal English a little bit, one or two easy word. We went to the store with 20, 30 people together in order to avoid to get lost, to learn how to buy things, how to calculate the food, at the cashier, in English.
And so you came in 1986?
Yeah, on November 23rd, 1986.
And how many of you?
Uh, Around 201, something like that, 203 or something like that.
Okay.
The first group of leadership came into the United States.
Okay. And how did you start the organization Montagnard Association or MDA?
Well, at that time, since we learned a lot of problems, we know that our future is going to be difficult to in touch with each other, and to help each other too. So most of our leadership at that time, they organized a corporation. It's called Montagnard Association, in order with the purpose that to strengthen the community tie together to support each other, and we also plan for the future to come. Maybe more Montagnard to come. By the way, like this file petition to our brother, sister, or immediate family. And then we start from the office in the house. We don't have office at that time.
Okay.
Sometimes we just do at home, and then I remember couple months that we were open our office in a Catholic church, the Saint Mary Church, because Pierre Capri was the president at that time. The first president of MDA was still Cook. He is Koho, okay? He's a member of our group from the jungle. So he's
What is the name again?
Gilguk,
Gilguk.
Papiu, we call Papiu, like that, Mapiu. He's in Raleigh. After Gilguk, and then Pierre Capri take over the organization, and he became the president. I was the general secretary of the association.
Who supported MDA financially?
At that time, we don't have anyone to support us. Only Don Scott, the one who brought us over here, and then with Chuck Woodson and many other, they have money, and like Carl Reagan. And then we start to open an office at 122 North Elm Street in Greensboro downtown, and then with one satellite office on Summit Avenue, in order to have people with job, with food stamp, Medicaid, Medicare, or any like social related.
And what year did you started those offices? About
In 1988 or 89, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it. After we learned that when we opened an office in St. Mary Catholic Church in Greensboro, because and then the Father Frank moved to another country, and then at St. Mary Church, the Vietnamese priest replaced him, and then we lost Father Frank. We don't have any more space for the office. Then we start to think about how to open an office.
I see.
And then with Don Scott, with Chuck Wilson, Ejut Punto from Seattle came, Then they took me and Son Danang up there. Only two of us was the main staff in that office. I was the one who ran that office, like a full time, okay? And they just pay my salary and Son Danang's salary, two of us. But sometimes we don't even have enough salary for 1 month, 2 months, but we still run the office.
Wow. Were there Montagnards in Raleigh and Charlotte too at that time?
Yeah, no. We have three representatives from Raleigh, three representatives from Charlotte, three representatives from Greensboro as the board director for the organization. Okay, we have meeting maybe once a month, twice a month, something like that.
did you say most Jarai were in Raleigh and then Rhade in Greensboro, Koho in Charlotte?
Oh, when we first came here, that's the idea. Okay? In order
Oh,
for us to be easier to control our people, to be disciplined ourselves, and also to be easier to find a job, or and let's say I am dry, I have to find a dry leader, okay, close to me, so he or she will help me closely, Koho the same thing, Bunong the same thing, to get stick to each other. That's the
oh,
reason why we have divided our people up in three cities. Greenboro, Raleigh, Charlotte. That's the purpose, okay, the main purpose.
that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And when did you become the president of MDA?
No, I never become the president of MDA because I always let someone vote for another one. And then when his group came to United States in 1992, and Pierre Capri was resigned, and then he become a president.
Of
I'm still the
MDA.
of MDA.
Is it Ihin Nie?
Yeah, in there, yeah, but Mabrin,
Oh, Pastor
but
Ihin.
in there, yeah. But I am still a general secretary, okay? And then in 1994, I went to Paris, to Germany, to get our Inang, Etwan just passed away 4 or 5 years ago with his family, and we brought a Louis
Oh,
here
yeah.
in order a Louis to have the place,
Louis,
Louis Pain Bing. You know him, right?
yeah.
And then
When did he come to
in
US?
1994, something like that, and then we let Louis run the office as a executive director, okay? I'm the work like a general secretary as a volunteer. And then we opened the English class for new arrival, but the Hindu group, they have 400 people altogether, 450, something like that.
1992?
92, yeah. And then we have English class, we have staff to apply for job, for any like the social related like food stamp, Medicaid, Medicare, like that. Many people get sick, tap them to doctor for interpreter for doctor visit. And from that point, we try to organize open class at UNCG, like interpreter class, in order to help our people to be certified, to translate to interpret for hospital, for job, for everything. Depend on our need.
Yeah.
Well, since then it started growing, we apply grant, and then we have state grant money, and we have also have the grant from ORR, yes, and also from Red Cross, and many some from Catholic,
Okay. Yeah.
Catholic Church. That's how we survive for several years. Okay,
Yeah.
almost 10 years until 2003, I become the executive director.
Executive director.
Yeah,
And
and since then until I retire.
when did you retire?
I think 2016, 2017, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
But even though I retire, but I still volunteer to come to the office, just like that, usual.
Yeah. Yeah. And I heard that you got a PhD because people are calling you Dr. Y-Siu Hlong.
Yeah,
And,
I did get
So,
a
what
PhD.
was your field of study?
Well, I get that bachelor degree in legal study. I studied political science, almost graduate at the UNCG, and then I transferred to Christian College, and then I got a BS degree in religious study,
Okay.
and then I got a master degree in world religion.
Mm.
And then I get PhD in leadership.
Leadership.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Perfect. That's amazing.
because we need a leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn leadership because in order to show the way for our young generation, who want to be a leadership in the future. And we need good leadership for our community.
Is there anything else you want to share with the young people? Maybe say something to people who don't know
Well,
about who we are.
this is what I want to share with our young people. Okay, I already think about this. In the past, our great parents, okay, we lived separately with a small village. Okay, you live your own village, I live my own village. So no patriotism at all. And then when the enemy comes to our country, is no one stand up to fight, to protect our country. That's why we lost. And then I think if we keep living that way, we're going to lose forever.